Welcome to Cinema Showdown. The Divine Fury is a South Korean supernatural thriller about Yong-hoo, a disillusioned MMA champion who receives a stigmata on his hand after his father's death. This divine mark grants him the power to burn demons, leading him to join forces with a Vatican priest, Father On, to combat demonic forces and confront the evil Dark Bishop. The film blends action, horror, and religious themes, exploring the struggle between good and evil, faith and doubt, and ultimately redemption. Now let's deep dive into the Divine Fury. Yong-hoo's early life was a testament to faith. His father, a devout Catholic, instilled in him a deep belief in God's love and protection. But this world of innocence was brutally shattered one fateful night. Yong-hoo's father, a man dedicated to upholding the law and protecting others, encountered a darkness he never could have imagined. Clinging to the faith that had always been his anchor, young Yong-hoo poured his heart into prayer, begging God to spare his father. But fate, it seemed, had other plans. His father's death was a blow from which Yong-hoo's faith never recovered. The God he'd believed in, the God who was supposed to protect the innocent, had abandoned him in his darkest hour. The pain of his loss festered, transforming into a simmering rage that he carried into adulthood. He found an outlet for his rage in the brutal world of mixed martial arts. He became a champion and aggressive. But behind the mask of the undefeated fighter, Yong-hoo was a broken man, haunted by the ghosts of his past. But fate, as it so often does, had a way of intervening. A mysterious wound appeared on Yong-hoo's palm, a stigmata, a mark of the divine. And with it, a new chapter in his life was about to begin, one that would force him to confront the very forces he'd spent his life denying. The mysterious wound on his hand left Yong-hoo shaken and desperate for answers. Skeptical but with nowhere else to turn, he sought out the one person who might understand the supernatural forces at play. Guided by a blind fortune teller, Yong-hoo learned that his inner turmoil, the anger he harbored, acted as a beacon to demons. But a glimmer of hope remained. His father's ring, a symbol of love and sacrifice, offered a shield against the encroaching darkness. Following the fortune teller's guidance, Yong-hoo found himself at the doorstep of a church, a place he'd sworn never to enter again. But the growing darkness within him, the terrifying nightmares, left him no choice. He witnessed a harrowing exorcism, a desperate battle between good and evil. The priest, Father On, a man of unwavering faith, fought tirelessly to expel the demon, aided by his fearful apprentice, Priest Choi. Yong-hoo, still clinging to his disbelief, found himself drawn into the struggle, a dormant power within him stirring. As the demon threatened to consume the priest, Yong-hoo acted. His touch, fueled by the stigmata, burned the demon, forcing it back into the abyss. In that moment, he realized the truth: he was no ordinary man. He was a weapon against evil, chosen by a power he'd long denied. An uneasy alliance was forged. The priest, wise and compassionate, saw the potential for good within the tormented fighter. Yong-hoo, despite his resistance, was drawn to the priest's unwavering belief, a flickering ember of hope rekindled in the ashes of his broken faith. But their victories were short-lived. A greater darkness was at play, orchestrated by the enigmatic Ji-shin, the Dark Bishop. This cunning adversary, fueled by a lust for power, sought to control the spiritual realm, and Yong-hoo, with his newfound abilities, was a threat he couldn't ignore. He manipulated the innocent, twisting their souls to serve his nefarious purpose. A young boy, a victim of the Dark Bishop's cruelty, became host to a legion of demons. The exorcism was a brutal struggle, testing the limits of Father On's faith and Yong-hoo's resolve. The Dark Bishop's attack left father on clinging to life. Yong-hoo, racked with guilt over his momentary lapse in faith, vowed to avenge the priest and end Ji-shin's reign of terror. In his darkest hour, Yong-hoo returned to the faith he'd abandoned. He sought solace in prayer, seeking the strength to face the ultimate evil. Armed with renewed faith and the blessings of the church, Yong-hoo prepared for the final confrontation. Priest Choi, emboldened by Father On's sacrifice, stepped forward to support his friend, the fear in his eyes replaced by a glimmer of resolve. He descended into the heart of the enemy's lair, a warrior of God facing a legion of darkness. His fists, blessed with divine power, struck down those who had surrendered their souls to evil. Each victory fueled his resolve, pushing him closer to his ultimate target, the Dark Bishop. The Dark Bishop, twisted by his pact with Satan, had become a monstrous abomination. But Yong-hoo, his heart filled with the righteous fury of a true believer, refused to back down. The fate of the world hung in the balance as the warrior of God faced the embodiment of evil. It was a battle for souls, a struggle between light and darkness. And in the heart of the storm, Yong-hoo found his true strength, not in his anger, but in his love for those he'd lost and the faith he'd rediscovered. But even in defeat, hope remained. The memory of his father, the love that transcended death, reignited the divine fire within him. With a final, righteous blow, Yong-hoo vanquished the Dark Bishop, delivering a crushing defeat to the forces of evil. The world was safe, but the battle between good and evil would rage on. And Yong-hoo, the warrior of God, would be ready. But the war was far from over. The forces of darkness were vast, and their hunger for souls insatiable. Yong-hoo knew his journey was just beginning. The divine fury reminds viewers that faith can be tested, especially in times of personal tragedy. The film underscores the importance of forgiveness and redemption, suggesting that even in the darkest of times, hope and good can prevail. The open ending leaves the audience to contemplate their own beliefs and the constant struggle between light and darkness, encouraging them to choose a side in the ongoing battle. If you like my videos, please like and subscribe to give us more motivation to make more videos. Thank you for watching.